big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do?
Coach, this is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
You ain't doing nothing.
On second down, here's Penny. There to make the tackle, Samson Abukum.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Throwing, Hundley. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
180. Defense wins championships, baby.
Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. To throw is Goff. And the Rams with a score. Touchdown.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle 3rd of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Goff being chased out left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They run with Travis Homer, the rookie from Miami. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt. An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 12, Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Check. Watch 54. Hey, watch the screen.
There's Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Corey Legion.
Good job.
And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to.
And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this is caught. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The fake punt works to absolute perfection. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Nickel Roby brings him down. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Hundley. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
That's it. Big hit.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Watch the safety creep.
Throwing again on second down. Hundley. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And the Seahawks first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Watch the
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hundley. And he's got the hook up to Moore. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Now back to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. An excellent gain, 35 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They'll toss it to Penny. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That second down play nets a -4. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
2nd and 5. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. David Moore, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and through by Myers, and it's now 13-7. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
From the 29, Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll go out of bounds, making it all the way down to the 5. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They're going to try the jet sweep on 3rd and long. Room here to run. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now we see a man who got a workout in last year's Super Bowl, Johnny Hecker, on to punt for the Rams. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They are going for it. Gone. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he's not even going to come close. A big loss in the wrong direction on 4th down. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here?
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Gary Jennings, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Goff on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now it's gone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play there for L.A. 49 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. From 10 yards out. And the Rams are going to jump back in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turned that because now I think they go...
And the ball is knocked out, and the Seahawks have picked it up.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Mike by 4, Mike by 4, Mike by 4.
Penny, a first down carry. Penny hit, and the ball is jarred free.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
58.
Looking to throw on second down. Hundley. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it's going to be third down and forever.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's fourth down. Myers' kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
At their own 35-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again they run with Gurley. It's a loss of 7. And now it's third down.
A 7-yard loss brings up third down.
What? 120. Right there, 54 Mike. I'm coming for you. You must.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Hakeem Hunt, 97 yards. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. And that's only the 3rd time in NFL history we've had a run of exactly 97 yards into the end zone. So we're witnessing a little bit of history right there, partner.
And what makes it that much more impressive for me is that if you're on defense, you're expecting them to run the ball. They're on their own 3-yard line. Not many people risking throwing it, so you expect them to do exactly what they did, yet it still breaks for 97 yards. That's a long way.
And some quick research, the other 2, 2014 Lamar Miller, the other
I know the other one.
Okay.
That was 1939, Andy Urim. I was there. Oh, no, I wasn't.
You weren't there. You were almost there. You were a baby at that point. Yeah, 1939. Wow. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the toss, it's Gurley. Oh, look at the juke. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Here we go. 180. 54. Yeah.
3rd and long. It's gone. Rolling to his right. It got his man complete. That's good for 28 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt. And so far...
And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. He's at the 30, 10. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, or they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear him. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett, and it'll bring up 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Flush to his right. Going up top for Kupp. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there, Goff to Kupp. 53 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a 4th quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, here's Goff. Flushed out right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Let's go. 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run this with Homer. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Back at the 34-yard line.
Here we go. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Bang, bang. Come on. Bang, bang. Shift. Kill.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Hundley. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. Delayed give, Goff to Gurley. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. Gurley. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Here's Goff. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. Taking it in from 7 yards away as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Zuerlein now for the PAT. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
It sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, The only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Let's go. Check out.
They'll drop the throw. And that will be incomplete. Defensively, mission accomplished, and now with under 3 to go, they may be the last team holding the football.
They may very well be the last team holding the football, unless, of course, you're facing a group that is really aggressive offensively and may want to take a gamble, but theoretically, you've done your job now. You should get the ball back on a punt, but I'd be alert for a fake.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, LA. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Gurley again here on 1st down. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30 and down to the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 15 and the Rams have a 1st down. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down LA.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Oh, a design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. So on now is Greg Zuerlein in a pressure situation. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. On 3rd down, Penny. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could...
Get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you're trying to go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm ready to 10, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada.